Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first episode of the Sonic Marathon. That was actually pretty good. I'm surprised I didn't stumble on any of those words. Wait, hold on. Before we get started, I need to get something clarified. Now, if you've been around the channel for a while, or just look at the live panel, you would see that we had already done a Sonic Marathon around 3 years ago. Looking back at it, that whole marathon got good towards the end, but overall it was kind of bad. Now, the plan was always to have done the marathon over again, with more games and a more consistent lineup of people joining in, and better audio quality and everything, but it was on the back burner until we realized that the channel had finally hit 2,000 subs, so I decided that this was going to be the brand new series for the channel. The main thing here is to just redo the games and do it not as shitty as the original playthroughs were. So I'm not going to have all the audio muted during Amy's playthrough, or not beat the DLC in Sonic Frontiers because it was too hard, or have my power go out during Sonic 4 Episode 2 and have to redo that. Another bonus of redoing the marathon is that we get to do more games. Whereas in the original playthroughs, we only did kind of the mainline games and maybe the Game Gear spinoffs. Here, I'm going to do everything, except for Sonic on the Leapster. So with all that out of the way, let us finally begin the brand new Untitled Sonic Marathon. Because I don't know what game's coming out at the time of recording this. I'm pretty sure it's just Crossworld, but there's also Rumble and... I don't know, man. Okay, I thought this wasn't me playing for a second. I thought the demo was just matching my inputs.
Oh, yeah.
It begins.
It does that sometimes.
Immediately lose your mind.
Well, we get 25 rings, we're done.
I love it when the special ring is waiting for you and you jump straight in.
Imagine you jumped into it, you hit it head first, it's in the middle of turning, you just hit the outside part of the ring, you don't go inside.
You just land in the Peter Griffin death pose.
Sort of cracks his head open on the ring and he falls down Peter Griffin style.
We're waiting for our paycheck, Dorkly.
Yeah.
You know, unless like maybe they're sad, which, you know, it's Sonic, so that's entirely plausible.
Yeah, it's... We're dedicating playing every single one of this guy's games and we're just gonna talk shit about him every episode.
Yeah, sounds alright.
We're starting at the source where all our problems begin.
Yeah, this is...
Yeah. We gotta exercise this demon.
Yeah, in order to get to the root of my problems in life, we have to go back to the source. It's this... Like, started exactly like that, too.
That should be the description of this video.
Facing my past trauma. Sonic 1. Sonic 1 group therapy, that's what the video's gonna be called.
That is a banger title, actually.
Yeah.
Just want you to know, no matter how bad it gets, we're here for you. Like, that's why we're here. We care about you, man.
That's what Sega said, and they took away Sonic Runners a year after. But I guess we should preface this. We don't hate Sonic that much.
Well, I do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, everybody, it's Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
He's so silly.
And he's dead.
Goodbye, Robotnik.
Yeah, that guy kind of reminds me of, I was gonna say FDR, but he's the other Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, it's FDR because you never see him get out of his Echo-matic. But do you think if Eggman was paralyzed from like the waist down, would he just make a hover chair, or would he go out of his way to make like a motorized like Echo-matic that has wheels on it? Like his car in All Stars Racing.
I feel like he
I'm
would just
guessing
fly
probably-
around in the Echo-matic.
Yeah, but what if he has to get out? What if he has to like step down and roll somewhere on foot? Well, not on foot, but he'd be on wheel, but that's fucked up.
It'd be crazy to me that he, like, puts, like, animals and robots and all that, but he's not, like, a big transhumanist guy.
My dumbass was trying to spin dash.
He's like, specifically trans-animalist. He wants animals to be robots, but not people.
Yeah, I'm trying to think this robotic guy's not really a good guy. I think we should cancel him.
Yeah.
Someone should
I
stop
I think
him.
we should not only cancel him, but, like, cancel whoever his voice actor is.
Well,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Lord.
which one?
The one that's not dead, and
Oh shit,
not
you're right.
Jim
Yeah.
Cummings.
Oh my god.
It's like they're like narrows it down to two people. Caleb said Jim Cummings, like he's like also alive, and my brain translated as like, you mean Mark Hamill, right? It's like no, Mark Hamill.
I mean, they're both good at doing villain voices.
Yeah,
So.
only one of them showed up at the White House, so I don't know why Mark Hamill was at the White House, but I remember seeing that video.
They're
People got
talking
mad
about
at him.
Star Wars.
I think Biden's just a big Star Wars fan.
Oh man, now I'm picturing this mental image of like Mark Hamill summarizing Star Wars to Joe Biden, and he thinks all of it is real. like he's getting a briefing.
So then after we found out there was a small hole in the Death Star, it was barely wide. We decided to try to fly in as a fleet and see if we can take it down from a distance. You really did that? I've read about it before. I had no idea. But Mr. Biden, that didn't actually happen. This was a movie. Well, I mean, like, yeah, based on real events, right? That's what you told me.
Well, you
before.
just told me. You said about the Republic.
What do you mean it's not real? I saw them at Disneyland. They were giving a signing. I saw the footage of it. They were getting their medals. The hairy one didn't, but...
What do they call him again? Crunchy?
Crunchy? I like Crunchy. Chewy's alright too,
No,
but I like Crunchy. You ever tried Crunchy before? Dude, I don't know anything about Star Wars.
It was like maybe like 2015 or something. Like, me and a friend, like, we tried watching Star Wars. It was like, it was got bored and stopped watching it.
Which one was it?
I think just the first one's like episode 3. I mean, stupid.
Like,
Really?
Whatever the first movie was.
So I think, yeah, 3 then.
Probably 4. Yeah, because I think
they do
like
4
a
first? Oh, we're right, yeah, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3 afterwards. And that's all they ever did.
yeah, the one in the 2000s, like that was prequel trilogy.
With
Hayden Christensen, Ewan McGregor,
and Yar Yar Binks.
Yar Yar.
Yeah.
Is he a pirate now?
Misa wants the One Piece. I don't know.
Gonna find some buried treasure.
Misa gonna be king of the pirates.
You know, Jar Jar could be a One Piece character. I believe it.
I don't like
I mean,
that.
he looks less
Like they
horrifying
do.
than Chopper.
I mean, we're referencing a bunch of shit that most of us know stuff about, and I don't.
Dude, all I know is the One Piece is real, apparently. So
Yeah, I've seen it. Yar Yar
that's
was
not
there.
the extent of my knowledge.
Why settle for a one piece when you can go to any fast food restaurant and get a 6-piece for like
That's true.
$2.99?
Yeah.
Or if you use if you got coupons using the McDonald's app, you get a 20-piece for free. Part of a meal.
The stream is not sponsored by McDonald's.
Yeah, I hope not.
Don't they got a McDonald's brand in Sonic Universe? Meh Burger, which is like that's the most Jimmy Neutron ass joke I've ever heard of.
What are they made out of?
Meh. Yeah, if they're eating burgers, what's it made out of?
It's probably just like plant burger shit.
Maybe.
Mm.
That or they just kill flickies. Who knows?
A flicky burger.
I love veggie burgers,
I'd eat a
but like
flicky burger.
that's a great joke.
I need a flicky. Yeah, which flicky would you eat?
Obviously,
Well,
Cookie.
Well, for me, it's a
Yeah.
McChicken.
A spicy McCookie
Yeah.
burger.
I want the squirrel.
Yeah,
I
Richie
don't
I
burger.
remember like when the
Out of like picky, what the
encyclopedia
pig is
came.
called?
Oh, the pig. Pulled pork sandwich.
Pork sandwich. Pork sandwich. It's not even a funny word. It's just my brain made it funny.
Pulled pork sandwich was enough to make you laugh.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That's my biker
I love
name.
that,
That's my
actually.
biker gang name.
Biker name.
Yeah, pork sandwich.
Pork sandwich.
Well, porking their sandwich.
No, I'm not doing that.
Spyro image. Oh,
What
no.
else, Spyro?
No, let's go and stop that.
Yeah, so
there.
you're gonna cut that joke off there. Eddie, put the Spyro image up, but censor everything.
Do fucking not.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Eddie, I'm gonna commission you to redraw the image.
I have no clue what compelled them to do that
Money.
all that time ago.
I have no idea what the Spyro image is.
It's called
so
recycling.
I'm looking forward to the recording.
Just to save you actually like having to look at it, basically it's Spyro preparing a Subway sandwich, but Hunter the cheetah is there like straddled over top of it, shitting a log into the bun.
Oh my god.
It's really funny when I describe it like that, but
never
that's
seen the full
actually
image,
what's
but just
going
the
on.
style of the small part I've seen is like you can tell something's off.
The art of it just
Yeah,
looks
like it-
scary. It's just the art style looks scary.
I think they were trying to copy like the box art for like Spyro: A Hero's Tale for like
you
PS2.
should print that out and put it in a GameStop. Put the logo on top of it.
But hey, now you know.
Yeah. Since we're like, how long are we into this? Like 20 minutes, I think. We can talk about Sonic now. Have you like
Upside down penis.
the upside down penis? Let's go.
The Ringus.
The Ringus.
Yeah.
But okay, that was close. We almost talked about Sonic.
Have you guys seen those really old Nintendo like Sonic plot summary videos from back then? I think it was building up to the release of Sonic 4, but he summarized the plot for like 1, 2, 3, CD, and 4.
I might have, but forgot about it.
I haven't either.
Because, like, statistically, like, with how much stuff I've seen online, I probably have.
I used to watch those. I watched them again recently. They still hold up, both. I mean, a lot of the information in it for the did you know sections are really outdated, categorically false nowadays. Like, oh, did you know that Knuckles' crescent on his chest is actually part of a canceled Nike sponsorship?
No, that's true. I was there.
This is such a dumb question. I didn't want to search it up because I'm just too lazy. Is the JFK shooting like public domain, or do you have to license that out? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen
License?
it.
What do you mean license?
Like, isn't that like a Freedom of Information Act type of thing, or are you just allowed to use that in like an editorial sense for like free, essentially? Because they sold the rights to that footage back to the government for like the person that recorded it they sold the rights, or I think they bought the rights for $1 from someone, and they sold it back to the government for like millions. So do you have to pay the government for that, or is it just like a government-free thing?
The fact that we have to think about this, like, is just proof that we don't need copyright.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
Maybe it's like a fair use thing.
You think so? Like a fair use for like educational content?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just imagining getting DMCA'd for it.
Yeah, by the government.
Well, I think Sonic the Comic even referenced the JFK thing.
And yeah, Tails is about
Yeah,
like
there's like this unicorn man standing in the room behind him. It's like, now's your chance to be a hero.
do it.
Meanwhile, Tails has a fucking sniper rifle pointed at Robotnik,
Yeah,
and he's like
crosshairs in the
standing in a
back of his
car,
head.
like in the middle of a parade, waving.
I don't know what's crazier. A crazier source that they did a reference to JFK and that, or Steven Universe.
Oh right, that was.
They
that
play way
clip
more
of
straight
Steven
there too.
Universe.
He has the sunglasses and everything. He's no flinching. He t-shirt cannons Mayor Dewey in the chest. And it just.
I didn't think that was specifically a JFK assassination. I thought it was just like a regular,
Assassination.
like, not that it makes it much better, but a regular assassination.
We're this far into the game already? Oh, we're halfway. Never mind.
Yeah, we're halfway through.
Now you're on second.
This is a very short game if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now you're on the second zone right now.
Actually, that's the second level.
Yeah.
Ever since I got into hacking and being around hacking people, now I can't unsee the CRAM dots on the water.
Yeah.
This is ruined forever for me now.
Wow.
Well, you had to play in hardware to see it.
Oh, you can't even see it in
Or
there.
Blast
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Or Exodus.
I haven't
Like-
used Exodus.
Before I knew about Blast him, like, Exodus is what I had to use in order to see the dots.
Can I just say Exodus is a banger name for a Sega Genesis emulator?
It is.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I read Sega Genesis, like in my head, I'll pronounce it, like telekinesis. So what comes out is like Sega Genesis.
Yeah, the Genesis
this-
convention.
So is this an actual cartridge or is this?
Jesus.
Oh wait, no, this is Everdrive, right?
No, this is real card. We're still in this fucking level.
I mean, you're almost at the end.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
should crash it.
You
Don't crash it.
should hold down right.
You hold down right now.
I'm not doing it.
Oh no!
That was so close.
Oh, that was Act 1, by the way. You got 3 more acts of
That was
this.
Act 1. I feel like I've already beat the level before. Where Sonic had a what?
What if Sonic had a warp zone?
Yeah, go over the top at the end of like Green Hill 2.
Yeah, you already see a warp pipe.
Have you guys ever gotten the Sega Genesis 6-pack cartridge?
I did actually.
That's what I have. That's like my means of playing Sonic 1. But it's got like great games on it. It's got Super Hang On and Streets of Rage. Yeah.
In columns, right? So it's got 5 out of. Huh?
Woohoo!
Yeah, let me make sure I'm right about this.
Oh well, I'd
Okay.
never seen that before.
Yeah, Columns and Golden Axe are the other ones. Yeah.
Damn, that's like half of those games they're remaking this year.
Alright, I went on the Sega fandom page to look this up, and then on the side, I get others like you viewed, and like one of the first results is Sonic EXE.
Hell.
God. And shout out to that one for an ad from the UK. It's like wasp blue and pisses all over everything.
Me, but also Sonic.
Wasn't that put in like an adult magazine?
Mommy, Daddy, what are those 2 Sega machines doing?
I love that one.
The invincibility music cut off, because it wore off, and then immediately it hard cut to the drowning music. That's some crazy work.
That's great.
It's scary how many times I've had it so like I leave the water right when the drowning music's about to start, and then so it just immediately restarts the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Might see it here.
Oh my god!
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Oh yes. If I'm not just barely about to drown, it's always I'm drowned and then a bubble comes up.
Oh yeah, the bubble coming up immediately after you drown.
And that has to be intentional because most objects pause when you die.
And shout out to that one like wailing face in the background. Like I look at that and I hear the flapjack yell.
I mean, those.
That's the one.
You ever seen that one? Or it's like Plankton with like this realistic face on him,
I
and
am.
somebody probably plays like the weird noise above it.
Oh yeah, where he has like the 2 eyes.
Yeah.
If I look at like Plankton real, that's probably like the first result. Okay, no, I guess right. Plankton's an actual thing. Hang on.
I hate this boss fight. At least it's doable here. Like
It's a
GBA.
water-based entity.
Yeah, that one.
Lunar, are you gonna play the GB version?
When we get to it, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm surprised I did that boss in my first try. Usually it takes like.
Probably the hardest boss in the game, if we're being real.
You despawn 2 as
what
their
the
object.
fuck?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I'll break it out. I'm breaking everything today. I'm so glad this isn't the first game. Sonic 4 does it. It's really sad in that game. It's really
Sonic
sad
1.
in that game. Because like there's no physics in that game, so it's just you get hit by it and you just kind of stop. I'm just going down the bottom path.
Get Yuji knockout.
Yeah, put the Count Oculus image on screen. I can't leak what happened, but oh no. I can't believe I died there.
Wow.
It's the first death of the game, I think. Of the playthrough.
Here I thought you were a true gamer.
Well, I mean, watch this. Exactly.
Well, alright, that shut me up.
Where am I?
How the hell? Yuji Naka smiled upon you this day. Yuji Naka with the Balin hat is so funny in hindsight.
You wore that shit proud.
You know what? If someone is still proud of something that they know sucks, I feel like there's something to respect about that.
Yeah. Give me the emerald.
No, sorry.
Well, fucking go get it.
I can't.
I try
How
harder.
that attitude? Do better.
Just Big saying that.
Big the cat.
Yeah, Big the Cat saying that. He picks up his fishing pole when he looks at you and nods his head in disapproval. He's like, do better next time.
Yeah.
Walks away.
Drives off on his motorcycle.
Dude, I'm just imagining now. Like,
Get me
just
out of
imagine
this
like
fucking stage.
a new big game. It has like ranks.
I thought you were above this.
You're a pussy doing it. Whoa.
It's just like relentlessly mean.
He just becomes Duke Nukem. And if it isn't that giant, this is my segment. This is that giant big cat. That big the cat. Oh, why don't you run home? I don't have your frog here. Stupid. Dumbass.
Big the cat. I like that name.
Dude,
The
is
basic cat origin story.
My name was really Cornelius, but I once heard a name that really stuck with me. Fat ass. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe I can take this and run with it somewhere. My name's Big the Cat now.
This is gonna be the longest stage in the game, isn't it?
This is longer than like half of Green Hill, I think.
This could rival Labyrinth Act 3.
Alright, you able to get it now?
You're gonna knock out every item
Yeah,
first.
there we go. You nearly broke every single
Taking out every
block I was
dime would
guarding
be more
it.
impressive.
Me not dying 2 seconds into the stage is insane. I was fighting for my life in there.
I didn't even see it.
It was horrible.
Travis, get
What do you
better
mean you
eyes.
didn't even see it. You just skipped out on the entirety of that special stage.
You didn't see the near
I was
death. I had.
looking at chat.
Yeah, so
Cat.
Yeah, the one message so far
Look
that's popped
at-
out
Hi, chat.
Are you streaming this like behind our backs?
on Kick.
Is that why you said you missed the stream or something?
Yeah, we streamed the recording sessions to a different account. Did anybody notice?
No.
Tux caller. Lava pours out.
lava.
If you guys watching in the audience, now it looks like these things are all one giant sprite, but in reality, it's all one singular sprite duplicated to move independently. So that's a little bit of a game development technique you guys never noticed. Oh shit! Who lives here in this
Me.
city? Okay, well there you go. We found the one resident of Starlight.
I think no one lives here because it's still under construction.
This is so close to like Eggman's facilities. What if this is like he's just building income housing to like mask his like nuclear power plant?
Yeah.
Oh, so like this whole like city block is just a front for
Exactly,
the
it's,
operation.
it's money laundering so he can fund his government takeover.
No, I think he like actually expects people to live here, and just no one moved in because no one wants to live right next to a giant factory.
Yeah, with smog.
Well, speaking of cities, there was some real funny shit that happened in my area this week.
Yeah,
So
Eggman came by.
yeah, he was doing a signing. The McDonald's in my area had this really massive pothole
Boy.
in front of the building. Like it straight up looked like a meteor struck. It was that big of a pothole.
Jesus.
Right. And this pothole had been here for like years and years and years. I don't know if like people like wrote the city to complain or like made calls, but either way, it wasn't doing the trick. That pothole was still there. So this week, someone had actually come along and planted a tree inside of the pothole. So there was just this like big green shoot sticking up out of the middle of this concrete. And it was causing an interference with traffic, and that's what made the city finally decide to do something about it. So I was swinging by there for lunch today, and they had a crew filling in the pothole, and they had like caution tape all around.
That's awesome.
See, the city government's not gonna step in until they can kill some nature. So somebody purposely planted the tree and so they can kill it and get rid of the pothole.
Probably
Yeah.
the single funniest act of protest I've ever seen.
Mm.
Do you think some like stupid like cop could be like, this actually counts as disruption via eco-terrorism for force putting this tree in the middle of a government work site?
So I actually looked up the definition of eco-terrorism because of this.
Really? Oh shit.
Yeah, it turns out it has to be like an act of violence.
Against the environment.
Not against the environment, it's sort of to like push an environmental message.
This is the worst
Yeah, like
section, that part.
It's like it's an act of violence with like this environmental agenda behind it.
Yeah, like those fucking people throwing fucking orange powder all over the place to stop oil or something. Where I get the message, but you interrupting the fucking World Series poker tournament. It was what was it? The billiards. They went to like a finals thing, a setup for the finals, and all the balls were properly set up. This person ran out from the crowd, jumped onto the thing, ruined all the placement of the balls, and covered himself in orange powder like they could just eat a bunch of Cheetos. and that was it. And, like,
Hadn't
That
that?
has the same energy as like the one Rick and Morty fan who was like throwing himself down on the floor screeching because they didn't have Szechuan.
yeah, that was actually me in a past life. It was guerrilla marketing for my YouTube channel.
And he had like his hair, or not his hair, like the color of his shirt pulled over his head like he was the
Yeah.
great Cornholio,
Yeah, he was
and then he
Cornholio.
Naruto
He was
ran out the
Cornholio.
door.
How long ago was this? It was like 2016. Right?
2017.
This was a long
that was-
time ago.
So the Szechuan sauce episode aired April 1st, 2017, and then the rest of the season aired later in the year.
Seems fucked up.
I'm not gonna be able to do the skip, so I'm just gonna take the shortcut instead. The regular shortcut I take, if I can reach it in time.
But one thing I love about this zone is that the underwater palette still uses Sonic's old palette.
Is that why he looks so like white?
Yeah, it's using the brighter blues.
Which is weird
Oh,
because
no.
wasn't this like a last minute addition?
Yep.
Crazy.
It's not actually that strange since that was the palette Sonic used in digitizers.
Oh, okay. So his current palette is like an even laster minute edition.
Well, the only reason Sonic has this purplish palette is because it was hard to see against Green Hill's background.
Yeah,
Really?
awesome.
Yep.
I thought it was like they changed Green Hill's background.
Because they
Because of
clash
Sonic.
too much. Because I feel like that blue is a lot more richer, you know, and the Green Hill level water is super bright.
So when Green Hill finally got his first background, Sonic was kind of really hard to see, so they changed his palette to make him easier to see.
I feel like the second one's harder to look at.
Then they changed what the water looks like,
There we go. I guess that works.
leading to what the final game is.
Ship it.
Ship it.
I hate the old watercolor so much.
Really, the dark blue?
Yeah.
I like it. The shimmering on the main water, it just doesn't look right for me with that light blue. I like it with the darker blue.
Well, I guess to each their own.
No, I'm right.
That's we're Sonic fans. We're arguing over random shit.
It's my channel, so I decide what's real.
I decide what opinion we're all gonna hive mind today. I think this is the most we've talked about Sonic so far in this whole recording. It was the last level talking about the blue.
Yeah, you actually just like beat the final boss right as you acknowledge the fact that we finally talked about Sonic.
Yeah, we did the entire game and did not
You
talk
should
about
have jumped on
Sonic.
and fucking hilarious.
What are you looking at me for it? You know how much time you spent on that third Chaos Emerald?
Pretty good job. So hopefully the rest of the marathon will, since it's Sonic, will keep up the momentum.
Yeah, don't say that word. You'll kill someone.
We'll keep things rolling.
There we go.
Yeah.
Like 5 people just passed out and died.
Wait, rolling momentum? Oh no!
Are you doing it right there? Dude, I feel like I'm getting a headache, like trying to not go on Sonic tangent right now. But like,
Sorry.
no, what we're talking about is fine. It's just I have this like big Sonic brain moment I'm trying to not go into right now.
Yeah, the old hedgehog brain worms.
Yeah, it's yeah. I'm suffering from that Sonic Hedgehog virus.
It's not a virus. It's
Yeah,
a
really?
gene.
Oh well.
Doesn't it like dictate like, you know, fingers or something like that?
Yes, my fingers were waggering that one time.
Waggering.
I have the other
Oh, yeah,
three.
you're-
Green, red, and white or silver. Oh, they got used to decorate my Christmas tree.
Oh no.
Next game.
Becoming Italian.